Hey, what's up everybody? It's Brian Dean from QuickSprout. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to use the most popular link analysis tools on the market that you can use to reverse engineer competition. The first one I'll talk about is Bing Webmaster Tools. And Bing Webmaster Tools is very easy to use, and it's actually free. But in order to use this tool, you do need to verify your site within Bing Webmaster Tools. Once you've done that, log in and click on the arrow next to the Diagnostic and Tools area of the sidebar. Then click Link Explorer, and when you do that, you'll see this area here. This field is where you put in the URL of what you want to reverse engineer. So if you put in quicksprout.com, that'll show you all the links pointing to the home page, and if you put an internal article, it would show all of the links pointing to that internal page. Once you put in the URL that you want to reverse engineer, hit Explore, and after a few minutes, it'll show you all the links pointing to this site. Now, as you can see, there are a lot of links pointing to the QuickSprout homepage, and that's partially because that site has a lot of links, but it's also because Bing is very good at finding links, as you know, it's a search engine. The only downside of Bing Webmaster Tools is that, as you can see, there aren't any robust reporting features for each link. It just shows you the source URL and the title of that page. So in terms of making decisions about which links you'd want to reverse engineer, Bing Webmaster Tools isn't really good for that. So speaking of a better tool, let's talk about Moz's Open Site Explorer. It works very much the same way. You put in the URL that you want to reverse engineer, hit the search button, and it'll do its thing. And one important caveat is that when you use Open Site Explorer, it automatically shows you both internal and external links. And obviously for reverse engineering purposes, you want to find only external links. So under this tab where it says From All, you want to change that to Only External, and then click the filter button. And that'll make sure you're only seeing external links. Now, as you can see here, it shows you the page authority and domain authority of each link, which gives you a little more information. So for example, if you wanted to reverse engineer a link on a competitor site that was on a resource page and the page authority was 90, you'd probably work a lot harder for that type of link as compared to a page where the page authority was 5. And obviously page authority is SEO Moz's proprietary metric for determining the authority of a given page. The next tool we'll talk about is Majestic SEO. Put in the domain or URL that you want to reverse engineer. Click the little magnifying glass, and you get much of the same information. Obviously, without a paid account at Majestic, you don't get quite as much data as they have. They only show you some. But what I like about Majestic is that it gives you a nice overview of a site's link profile. So for example, we can see just right away that there are 10,000 domains linking to the QuickSprout homepage, including quite a few EDU and Gov backlinks, which are highly trusted. Another feature that I really like from Majestic is that it shows you the trust flow. And trust flow is their proprietary metric for determining the trustworthiness of a site. And that's all based on links. So if you had a lot of links from trusted sites like QuickSprout does, like Guy Kawasaki's blog or the Zamanta site, ProBlogger, it's a lot more trustworthy than getting links from low quality blog network types of sites, and that's reflected in the trust flow. The next one I'll show you is Ahrefs.com, and in my opinion this is the best link analysis tool on the market. And you just enter the domain name here, click the search links button, and this also gives you a nice overview of the sites and actually the home page's link profile. Now there are a couple of ways to look at a site in Ahrefs, which is a little more robust than others. So for example, when you put in an internal page here, it automatically looks at the URL. So links only point to that URL. But when you put in a home page, Ahrefs knows that and automatically selects this tab here, which shows links to the entire domain. So if you only want to reverse engineer a home page, click the URL button. It'll automatically show you links just to the home page. Now obviously this isn't going to give you a lot of information. It's cool and visual, but if you want to actually see the links, you want to click on the external tab here. Now the only problem with this is that it finds so many links that a lot of times it can be overwhelming, especially if a site has sidebar or blog roll links, which will have a lot of links from the same domain. So the first thing I do when I reverse engineer after I click this external links tab is click this one link per domain box. What that does is just limits the results for from one domain. So if there are 1,000 links from one site, it only shows you the most powerful, which makes reverse engineering a lot easier. And you just go one by one through here and look through, see if you can get the same link. Finally, we'll look at a newcomer, which is called Cognitive SEO. And to use Cognitive SEO, they have a free trial, so you can sign up. And once you sign in, this is your dashboard. And you want to click on this Start a New Backlink Report link. And just like the other tools, you put in the domain. And under the URL, you can choose just the home page, or the subdomain, or the entire domain. So for this, let's look at the entire domain. Click Start Report. And it takes a little while because this tool actually pulls information from a lot of different sources. It pulls information from SEO Moz, from Ahrefs, from Majestic, and filters out all the duplicate listings. So it does give you pretty good data, but it does take a while. Okay, once it's finished, you can see the SEO Moz data here, some reports, and just like the other tools, it shows you a lot of information about where the links are pointing to, where they're coming from. But obviously what we want to do is look at the actual places where the links are coming from, which is where you scroll to the bottom and you can see as a link from firstwebdesigner.com, Smart Passive Income, Guy Kawasaki's blog, Copy Blogger, and these are places that you could possibly get links from as well. So, hope this video is helpful, and I'll see you in the next one.